final questions come in, hopefully you've seen the benefits and the opportunities that this tool presents. We've talked obviously about the speed of documentation, um, the compliance, enhancements, how that ties into reimbursements and being audit ready. But in the end, the point of all of this, what you are all doing and what we're trying to help you with is to provide better care. And whether that's you being a little bit more refreshed, being able to focus on the session and not so much the documentation, or even within the session, being able to maintain eye contact with your client without having your face down in a notebook or a laptop or turning, I've seen it at people at doctors' offices. It's a doctor sitting there and looking over here and asking you questions, right? It just kind of makes it a disjoint kind of interaction. So there's quite a few kind of subtle or ancillary benefits to this capability as well.
Great question about HIPAA. So someone had a question about HIPAA, I think, Josh. So I imagine each of you probably already have a business associate agreement in place with ClinicTracker. So this is covered under that. The other thing that is important is consent. So if you're going to do live capture, you do need informed consent. We do have an example document that we can provide you to have in your intake paperwork, but you also can get verbal consent, right? Usually for a verbal consent paper, perspective, and when your organization signs up, during the onboarding process, we cover a lot of this with your staff and things like that. But ultimately, something along the lines of, we're using an automated note-taking tool to help us with our notes and documentation. It does not actually store any audio. It frankly just helps us with our notes. Is that okay if we use that in our session today? So automated note-taking tool is, really what it is. Yes, it is using AI. You can say that. You don't necessarily have to say that. But AI really is just a technology. And then, again, it's here to stay. It's kind of like using a computer that's on the internet, that's connected to a browser, that's connected to the cloud, right? AI is just another technology that's being used to help create more efficiency in our lives. So uh, there's that particular piece. Let's see, there's a few more questions. Darrell, do you want to kind of go through those questions for us?
Yep. Let's see. Tiffany said I would be interested in seeing a survey about how clinicians feel about this feature and how